Okay. Very good morning to all the students who are present out here. Please, who's here, please send me the message so that we can start with the class. Who's right now here? We have very good numbers. Okay. Eben, Akshan, Mol, Divyash, Gloria, Rajesh. Okay. So just now Harnoor has joined. Fine. So let's start with Maharashtra cuisine. Though we have done Maharashtra cuisine before, but to just recap the things what we have done. Uh, um, First, we'll talk about the history of Maharashtra. Then we'll talk about the food of Maharashtra that is there. Somewhat about the geography which is there of Maharashtra, because again, if we will to complete it today, Maharashtra is a big state, so that is why if we are able to complete it in that way, let's see. So talking about Maharashtra, which is state in the western region of India, second most populated state of India, third largest by the area, which includes major city like Mumbai, Pune, Nasik, Nagpur, which are again very are famous due to the industries or the culture which is there. Uh, the region has history which date back to 4th century BC, which is there, and the present day state was established in 1960, which after the independence, when everything was settled down, the present fabrication of the state was done by. From 4th century BC until 1875, Maharashtra Prakriti um, sort of was spoken, the language which was spoken, and Marathi language evolved from that. So this is a sort of very oldest language again which is there. So that you can found in the Karnataka region still, which is there in the famous Bahubali statue. Bahubali is a name for a Jain statue which has been established in Karnataka, which is there. So not Bahubali, the Bahubali character which is there. Okay. Then Maharashtra historically was called Apranta, Vidarbh, Muluk, Asanka, Kuntala. You heard Kuntal Desh, which in uh, this Bahubali also they speak of Kuntal Desh. So this was a Kuntal Desh which was there. Tribal community of Bhil people inhabited the area. So also they were called Dandakarnya. Okay, Dandakarnya, in which you were heard people were sort of being said in Maharashtra were Maharathi. Okay. So Rath, the ancient race, also Rat in Marathi. So from Ratha, it came Maratha. Okay. And then the Maharashtra came in 7th century. So people from where the Marathas originated was that. And it was ruled first. It was of course the Bhils who were there. Then of course Marathas came, Islamic dynasty. Okay. So and then of course it was ruled by Marathas themselves, Shivaji Maharaj and everybody. So and later on when later on after the Marathas, it was conquered by the Britishers, and Britishers ruled most of the part of Maharashtra for till 1947, and after that, in 1960, it was made into a state. So that is there. If we talk about prehistory, the region, Middle Kingdom, like 3rd to 13th century, it was Maurya Empire, which was there. Then you have Vaikatya, Chalukya, Rashtraka. So all these dynasties ruled. The famous Ajanta and Ellora caves were made during the regime of these uh, dynasties only. So Maharashtra was majorly ruled by Maurya Empire during 4th and 3rd century, and then it was taken by Satavahana dynasty. Then it was ruled by Gautampurita, and then Sankhya dynasty and Vatakya dynasty. So during the time of this dynasty, also there was a major change in language that happened. So from this, from the Abhransha, this language developed into the Marathi dialect, which is right now. Then we have Chalukyas, which are there. Then we had Yadav dynasty, which was there. Yadav dynasty from Devgiri, not from your UP. Yadav dynasty came from Maharashtra, North Karnataka, and Madhya Pradesh. Then they settled down here, and because the Yadavs settled down here, then uh, and they brought the culture with them of the this consumption of milk and dairy products. So Yadavas sort of stitched their kingdom from Tukbhandra to Narmada, which is present Maharashtra, North Karnataka, and Madhya Pradesh, and their capital was Devgiri, which is present Daulatabad in Maharashtra, and uh, they were sort of so that is there. Then after them it was uh, the Delhi Sultanate, Alauddin Khilji, who's been there. Then Muhammad bin Tughlaq, who conquered Deccan, and then later, after Muhammad bin Tughlaq conquered the Deccan, he shifted his capital from Delhi to Daulatabad for sort of very limited period. After the collapse of Tughlaqs, which happened, then Bahami Sultanate came and they ruled for 150 years, which was there. So Gulbag and later Bidar were taken into their this, and uh, then we have Mughal Empire after that. So Bahami Sultanate was till 1518, which was there. Maharashtra region was split between five Deccan Sultanate, which are the Nizams, of course, was there. So Ahmednagar, Adil Shah, Qutub Shah, Bidar Shah, and Imad Shah, who were there. So these were the sort of kingdoms which were ruled by the Bahami Deccan Sultanate, which was there. So these were divided into five, and then uh, until uh, these kingdom often fought with each other, and then a Vijayanagar empire came into existence in 1565. So present day Mumbai was ruled by Sultanate of Gujarat, which was there. So still now you'd find many Gujaratis being settled down in Mumbai, which is there, and it was this region. Sultanate of Gujarat was later on captured by the Portugals in 1535, and the Faruqi dynasty came after Portugals. There was Faruqi dynasty which came, and this region of Mumbai was called Khandesh. So that was ruled by the Portugals later on, and then Malika Ambar and Nizam Shah dynasty of Ahmednagar increased their strength and power, and Murtaz Nizam Shah second raised a large army, and he moved again against the same Vijayanagar dynasty, and then they assassinated the Mughal prince Khurram, which was there later on, who became Shah Jahan, and there was they established their dynasty. So uh, Noor Jahan, who had secured a sort of empire for. So Khurram was uh, they was sort of about to assassinate Khurram, but it couldn't get they couldn't get successful, and later they got assassinated and everything. But Shah Jahan later became started controlling the things. So this was Bahami and Deccan Sultanate. So now you got a fairer idea. So it was not only the Mughals who ruled; it was Khilji who came. The Khiljis, Tughlaqs, who are there before. Khilji came, then you have Tughlaqs, then you have Bahami, again different conquerors who are there, and then it was the Portuguese, and then you have Faruqi dynasty which are there, and then you have Mughal emperors which ruled. So Mughal emperors who were there, it was during the time of Shah Jahan only, where there were major power struggle between Shah Jahan and Shivaji, who was there. So there was a major, and after Shah Jahan, after Shivaji's death, um, uh, there was a major collapse in the Maratha dynasty. So after the Maratha dynasty, after um, Shivaji, it was Shahu and Peshwas who ruled uh, the Marathas, the Maharashtra, and during that time only they had made the expansion of connecting sort of Maharashtra everywhere. So during the time of if we say Shahu and Peshwa, so that was your Holkars who were there. So that is why Gwalior, which from all the way from Gwalior, they had been established there, and their sort of dominance stretched from Vishwara Peshwa, and their dominance was still Tamil Nadu in that days, and Peshawar, Khyber, everywhere they had stretched the Peshwas. So this was there. Then you have, after this the Britishers came. So British period was from 1818 to 1947. So during the British Raj, of course, there were many things which had come up. So British almost ruled for a century, which was there for 100 years, which was from 1818 to 1947. So areas that correspond to present day Maharashtra were under direct or indirect British rules. The first under the East India Company, which was there till 1885, and then 1858. So 1858. Then after 1858, slowly and gradually, that come into direct British rule. So British colonial period was saw standardization of Marathi grammar, which was there. Then there are lot of changes which were there. So the Devdagri script was being introduced, and everything was there. A civil society body is being founded by Maratha leaders during 19th century. They also came into existence. The reform movements, major reform movements, happened during the rules of Britishers, which were there, and there were many social reforms, reformers who came because of the operation. Which notably there was Mahatma Jyotirao Phule, who was there, and his Jyotirao Phule's wife Savitri Bai Phule, Justice Rana De, Tarabai Shinde, Dhanodho Keshav, Vitthal Ramji Shinde, Panditna Ramabai, Jyotirao. So these were sort of the different people who came, and of course the major thing was the Bombay Presidency, which was till 1970, 1937. So if we say the late 90s, 20 or the 20th century saw a major sort of reformment which was there. So in 1930, non-Brahmin party formed. There was major change in politics also which was happening. So there was again a Garam Dal, Naram Dal which was forming between India. The Congress got separated. Congress again got separated, and there was Naram Dal and Garam Dal which formed. So people again fabricated. There were people who were support of the ahimsa which Gandhiji was preaching, and people were against it. So in 1930s, if we say, during the regime where Subhash Chandra Bose came, then you have Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, then you have Major Bhagat Singh, which was there. And then, so these people who came, who were your Karamdal people, and during the 1930 only, Gandhiji had given a very beautiful, had came up with a sort of idea which again a revolution which came, that was a movement against the your Britishers, which was uh, this Dalit movement which was there against the Kapra Jalao and everything. And during 1942, when Gandhiji came with a movement called Quit India movement, where he came with everything. There, that time was a major movement where everyone sort of uh, collaborated with Gandhiji, and uh, finally Britishers were asked to move out of the India. So that was a major sort of a movement across the nation, which strengthened Indians. They came together, and uh, a movement was spread from till 42 to 47. During the 5 6 years we almost took to move them out. So that was there. And post independence, after uh, 1947, the state was not immediately formed. The state took a long time, because it was being separated by Deccan. Kolhapur was there, Bombay state was there, then you have Vidarbha which was there, then you have Marathwada which was there, then you have Khandesh which was there, then integrated into a Bombay state which was there, which was created from Bombay Presidency till 1950. In 1956, the State Reorganization Act came, and Indian states, including the linguistic lines, and Bombay state was enlarged by the addition of predominantly Marathi-speaking region of Marathwada, which is present day Aurangabad, which is there, and Hyderabad state and Vidarbha region from central provinces and Berar. The southernmost part of Bombay state was ceded to Mysore until that time. But later, in 1954 and 55, the people of Marathi speaking area strongly protested again being included in the bilingual Bombay state. So, in response, Sanyukt Maharashtra movement happened, and a fight was there was a sort of a lot of movement. Maha Gujarat movement was there, and then again a separate Gujarat state has to happen. So there are many notable people who again proceeded against the formation of a state on the basis of language only. So state continued to have a dispute with Karnataka to the south over the region of Belgaum, which is there, and some Marathi majority talukas were transferred to Adilabad, Medak, Nizamabad, and districts of Telangana, which is present there. So this in 19. So present state of Maharashtra came into being in 1st May 1960. 1st May. So it's been celebrated as Maharashtra Day, or formation of the Maharashtra. So Congress party of Yashwantrao Chauhan. Yashwantrao Chauhan was the first chief minister of Maharashtra at that time. So what happened after everything got settled down? The Congress party and its allies have ruled the state for the majority of the part. After brief resign by Yashwantrao Chauhan, who was included as defense minister by Prime Minister Nehru, and who died after 1 year in office, Yashwantrao Nayak ruled the state as chief minister from 63 to 75. And after that, it was Sharad Pawar who became the chief minister. Then we have this Shiv Sena Bharatiya Janata Party coalition was there. Then Indian National Congress was there. Then you have many things which ruled. Why we are talking about politics here is because again the majority of people who ruled Marathi had influence on the cultural itself. So that was there. Then let's talk about the sort of geography of uh, Maharashtra. Just give me a second. So if we say Maharashtra, that's word originated from Marathi speaking people who derived from Maharashtrian. Okay, Maharashtra. Now, landscape, if we discuss, it's been divided. Uh, the old, if we term Maha Kantara, the Great Forest, is synonym of Dandakaranya. Maharashtra is the third largest state which is there. Rajasthan, first is Rajasthan, then you have Madhya Pradesh, and then uh, it's been it's bordered by the states of Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, which is there, Karnataka, and Goa. So Gujarat lies to the northwest. Dadar and Nagar Haveli is being sandwiched between the borders. So that is there. So landscape, if we say, it's located in north center peninsular India with command of Arabian Sea, which is there, the port of Mumbai, which is there. Maharashtra has a remarkable physical homogeneity enforced by its underlying geology. The dominant physical trait of the state is its plateau character. So plateau character, if you say the middle part, which is there, which is your towards Vidarbh, Maharashtra western part is coastal plains western part. So if we say the map is always pointing north, then you have north, then you have north south, east west. So western part, if we say the western part is coastal plains, you have all mountain ranges which are there, and western upturned you have Sayadri range, which is towards western side. So that is there. Then towards east and southeast, you have this major basins of rivers which are there. So major rivers and their master tributaries are towards your this east and southeast side, which is there. Then you have Sayadri range, we have talked about, and then you have Konkan towards your west side. Then you have eastward, the hilly country is again very Malwa is there, which is a plateau you have, and then you have Satpura hills, which are on the northern border. So northern border, if you say, which is towards your Gujarat side. So this acts as a barrier for all the sort of climate changes which happen within the region. Except around Mumbai and along with the eastern limits, the state of Maharashtra present is a monotonously uniform, flat-shaped sort of topography which is there. So topography, if we say topography, is a sort of uh, geological structure which is there. So topography gives you a sort of idea about the geological structure which is there. So states, uh, you have Vidarbh region which is there. You have Kolhapur. You have Sindhugarh, which is the Deccan traps which are there. Then you have basic lava structures which are formed by Sayadri region. So that is there. The major river which run through Maharashtra are Bhima, Godavari, Tapi, Purna, and Vardha, Viranga, which the five rivers which moves from Khandesh and have a sort of move through Sayadri region and comes to Konkan region, and then they have their all streams dropping out into Telangana. So you have uh, sort of humid region, granite, quartz, everything is there. So that is there. Then uh, the climate varies. States enjoy a tropical monsoon climate. The summers are hot, of course, 40 to 48 degrees from March till the monsoon starts. Monsoon start early in very June, and uh, because it's very near to Arabian Sea, you expect showers on daily basis. It can be there. So Mumbai, of course, you can't expect rain. It can happen anytime. The seasonal rains from the western sea clouds are the heavy, and rainfall are over 100 centimeters, which on the Sahyadri region. So all your hill stations are there. The Konkan on the windward side is also endowed with heavy rainfall. Konkan is towards your the region. East of Sayadri have a sort of rainfall diminishes. So east of Sayadri would be towards the let you say where you have Solapur and Ahmednagar line, heart of the zone, and Western Plateau district would be your the Marathwada and Vidarbha region, which is there. So you have that is why there is always a drought sort of situation which happens. Okay. Major forest areas also there. So if we see the soil, there would be a major forest area which would be there in Konkan region and Vidarbha region, Sayadri region. So that is a major crop area which is there. If we talk about the things which grow, I'll talk about agriculture. If we talk about agriculture, majority of crops which happen, there are many things which happen. There you have sorghum, you have many things which happen. But if we talk about the agriculture of the state, the majority crop which happens are your seed. Of course, expensive seeds are being sown because you have major monsoon which happens. So I'll just because knowing agriculture is very important. Why we talk about history. So you Gujarat, which is there. Then you have Madhya Pradesh, which is there. Towards north side, towards east side, you have Chhattisgarh. Towards then towards west side, uh, south you have Karnataka, which is there. Telangana is there, and then you have Goa, which is there. And towards extreme, uh, extreme west, north, it's Arabian Sea which is there. So if I see a map where you have the majority of your Nagpur region, Nagpur, Vidarbha, and your Amravati, Okla, Washim, Chandrapur. So these regions nearing your. So the regions which are towards your east side, you would have majority of rice which is there. You have majority of sort of cotton which is there. Then you have mangoes which are there. Then you have sugar cane, grape production which is there. So this is there. Coming towards your region which is towards north, you would have majority of jowar which is there. So jowar is your millet which is there. Then you have rice which is there. Then you have majority of wheat which is being produced towards northern side. When you come towards your uh, south side, again the production of wheat is there, production of jowar is there, and production of ragi is there. So that is there, and production of cotton is there. So this is there. Then when you go towards western ghats, or towards the western ghats, or towards the east side, um, towards the west side, you have major production of mango which is happening. You have major production of um, sort of ragi which is here. Then you have major production of cashew nuts is happening in this region, and you have major production of sugarcane happening. So sugarcane is also being produced majorly in this region of Maharashtra. So sugarcane, if you find sugarcane, would be towards the region of in the region of Amravati and Nagpur, which is there. So this is how the climate. This is how the topography is again a major influence in the crops which are being produced in the region. So if you see, if you open a map of Maharashtra, agricultural map of Maharashtra, so this is how the topography defines. Then towards the Chhattisgarh side, if you go, you have major production of barley which is there. So all your that is why the major production of kingfisher happens in towards your Handra and Gondia area, which is there towards your Chhattisgarh side, because the production of barley which is there. So that is there. So this is a sort of um, the influence of uh, your agriculture which is there. Rainfall is particularly concentrated to the Konkan and hilly Sayadri region. The rain pattern differs from region to region. Central Maharashtra experiences scattered rainfall. Almost one third area receives scanty rainfall and is always in the water scarcity which is there. So that is a topography and geology of by the region, such as the groundwater resources are very limited. Right. And the crop cultivation, if we say Maharashtra is the first state to adopt dry land farming technology, which is there because of the majority of droughts which are there. So if we compare sort of how what crops are being produced most, so the recent years Maharashtra has become the largest producer of onions, which is 63% of the total yield, 73%, 75% of banana production of total India. Mandarin oranges 75%, tomato 42%, pomegranate Alfonso mangoes 90%, and seedless grapes 78%. The state leads the sugar industry sector with about 150 productive cooperative sugar mills. So this is a sort of you have a fairer idea that what grows more. Of course, the crop sugarcane, banana, grapes, and oranges are being emphasized on because of the groundwater rich areas. Over extraction of groundwater has not been observed with the emphasis on cash crops. So that is there. So this is a sort of brief idea on the agriculture which is there. Now let's talk about uh, the food part. So let's see how much we'll be able to complete today. So if we again say Maharashtra consider their food as uh, Annahi Purna Brahma, meaning they consider or food equal to Brahma or the creator of the universe. Food is a god and should be worshipped, which is there. Apart from this, the people of the state also believe in offering their food first to Lord as a thanking for Thanksgiving for that. Especially on festival occasion, like some mithais are offered, special as your Uktachi Modak, which is on Ganesh Chaturthi, and then Satyanaran Puja, there is the Shira, the vast expense of the arrangement Shri. Maharashtra cuisine is largely influenced by seafood and the cuisine that is popular in the interior of the state present. A strong blend of traditional and contemporary preparations. Usually, coastline is called Konkan, and the boats its own Konkani cuisine, which is harmonized combination of Malwani, God, Sarvastra Brahmin, and Goan cuisine. So, if we talk about Konkan cuisine itself, it has it has a combination of Malwani cuisine, which is totally the Malwani farmers, freshers who are onto the coast. Then you have Saraswat Brahmins who have settled down there in the particular region of Konkan, and then you have Goan cuisine, influence of Goan cuisine and the cuisine of Konkan. So that is there, and the Vidarbh, the interior region is called Vidarbh. So that cuisine is called Vardi cuisine, which is there. So if we dissect the region of Maharashtra, it would be Vidarbh, it would be Marathwada, which is there, it would be Kolhapur, which is there, it would be Western Ghat, which is there, and it would be Konkan cuisine, which is there. So this is a sort of distribution of different cuisine which would be there. The general features of the cuisine are rice is a staple food. Rice is a staple food and a staple grain of Maharashtra, which is there. Unlike the many other states of India, the Vidarbh region they hardly eat rice and they prefer jowar or bajra as their main grain, which is there. All non-vegetarian vegetarian dishes of Maharashtra cuisine are eaten with boiled rice or with bhakri. Bhakri is a sort of vernacular term for your roti, which is there, which can be a soft roti, which or a roti which may be made of rice flour. So special rice puri is also called vada, and amboli, which is pancake made of fermented rice, urad dal, and semonila are also being preferred as a major part in the meal. Then major cereals which are there is watana, val, moong, and arar. So val is again a sort of it's like a bean only, which is there. So watana is your peas, which is there, and val is again a sort of bean which is there, which we see moong and arar, which is there. So Maharashtra cuisine cuisine includes an enormous variety of vegetables also, which is there. Uh, Apart in the regular diet, a lot of fish and coconut are used. Grated coconut along with spices is being used in many of the Maharashtra in many of the cuisines of in many of the diversions which are there. Coconut is extensively used in the dishes in Vidarbh region, in towards the Konkan region. While in the Vidarbh region, powdered coconut is usually used for cooking. So the major influence of coconut is there in the cuisine itself. Then you have peanut, cashew nut, and peanut oil is also being used as a main sort of cooking medium, cooking fat. Then you have use of kokum, which is there. So kokum is a sort of deep purple berry, which is a pleasing sweet and sour taste like tamarind only. So that is ingredient which is being used for souring in Maharashtrian cuisine. Jaggery and tamarind are also being used, but it's been limited to the souring of lentils, so that you would find more use of kokum instead of tamarind, which usually North Indians use. And uh, ma, ma, Maharashtra cuisine pertains a sweet and sour flavor, while the kala masala, the spicy mix of spices, as added to make food spicy. Among the seafood Maharashtra cuisine, the most popular is bombil or the Bombay duck, which is there, which is normally served batter fried and crisp. While the vegetarian fare, the most popular dish is brinjal, bangda or makrel. So brinjal is always preferred as a in Maharashtra cuisine. So you'll find a variety of preparations of brinjal which are there. Uh, it is curried. The pomfret is another popular variety of fish which is eaten barbecued, stuffed, fried or curried. Beside fish, crabs, prawns, shellfish, lobsters also been relished in coastal Maharashtrian cuisine, which is towards your eastern side, Konkan cuisine, which is there. Maratha cuisine is incomplete without papads, papadums, which are eaten roasted or fried. A typical feature of Marathi food is the masala papad, in which finely chopped onion, green chilies, chaat masala speckled over roasted or fried papad, which is there. The most popular dessert of Maharashtra is puran poli. It's a roti stuffed with sweet mixture of jaggery and gamfa, which is there. In Maharashtra, the regional festivals and food are being the food is being celebrated everywhere. So the special significance is being given to food. So as been stated in the first point itself, um, uh, the food is being considered as Brahma itself. So whatever the offering would be, whatever the occasion would be, the food is being prepared and offered to the gods, and that is why the Maharashtra meals are scientifically planned and cooked in the same versions, because they are being served to the gods. The vegetables are more or less steamed and lightly seasoned as to retain the nutritional value, and there is almost no deep frying or roasting which happens. So that is there. So this is a sort of uh, uh, introduction of the Maharashtra cuisine, what we had done. Tomorrow we'll complete the different regions of Maharashtra which is there. So till then, anyone have any questions? Please feel free to ask. So this was all about Maharashtra till now. Further, we'll be taking a bit tomorrow, because I said because we won't be able to complete a sort of in one thing. Okay. There's already a question by Bhavishya. Difference between vada and pav. Vada. Vada is your batter fried dumpling which goes inside the pav. So pav, of course, bread, and vada is your batter fried potato dumpling which is there, which is coated with gram flour and then deep fried. So that is why it's called vada pav. Vada stuffed inside a pav. You can have keema pav. You can have a different type. You can have different types of pav. Pav is your bread, which is a square shape pav, and vada is your uh, batter coated potato dumpling which is there. Pav, why we say pav? Again, I'll just let you know. Just to let you know, difference between a very historical influence we have of this vada pav. The dish originated in 1850s as a fast lunchtime dish for textile mill workers. So that was there, and uh, in Mumbai, pav bhaji was later served at restaurants throughout the city. Pav bhaji is now offered on outlets from simple hand carts to formal restaurants. Why it's called pav? The story behind the origin of bhaji is very common. The story behind origin of pav and its name is more likely. According to one version, the bread is known as pav because you get it in sort set of four and then you break off each mini loaf as you eat. The pav means one fourth in Marathi language. So that is why it's called pav. And who invented this vada pav was invented in 1960 by a street vendor named Ashok Vaidya, who worked outside Dada's train station in Mumbai. This is a fact which is there. So who invented pav? Vada pav was invented in 1960 by a street vendor named Ashok Vaidya. This again can be um, uh, sort of debatable, which is there. Yes. Any more questions? Okay. Difference between that is what is missile pav? Missile is your preparation. Missile pav is again your preparation of you have missile pav is a spicy curry usually made from mort. Mort is again a bean, and uh, you have missile and usul, two types of pav which is there. So missile is again mort which is there, lentil which is there. Mort and moong are two types of lentil. Moong is green and mort would be little towards a lighter greenish version which is there. So if this is there, so missile is a sort of Marathi word which means mix. So it's a sort of mix spicy dish which is there. Who invented? Acha, originated in 1960. It was invented by a certain Keshavji Gabha Chudasma, resident of Mandavi, Kutch, who he invented a sort of missile pav. Now, again, to tell you, there is a difference between missile pav and usul pav. So, both missile and usul can be eaten with Indian bread, but first usul is being made, which is your water-based curry preparation, and cooked sprouted lentils are there. Then topped in with poha and poha, chivda, farsan, raw chopped onions and pepper. Okay, so that is between ussal and missil. Okay. So Gloria missil pav served. Missil would be your preparation, which would be done with mort beans, which is there, and served with bread. That would be a missil pav. Okay, then you have what is the meaning of Puran Poli? Puran Poli is a dessert preparation in which you have a filling of gram flour and jaggery, which is stuffed inside a bread, a paratha, and then been sort of been roasted on tawa and served with again syrup made from jaggery. So that is your Puran Poli. Puran Poli is a dessert which is there. Any more questions? Any more questions? Please feel free to ask. Puran poli is a bread which is made of from rice flour. Just a second. So here I see a very famous recipe from Talla Dalal, and it says the dough for the puran peli is to be made with wheat flour, salt, turmeric powder, water, and ghee. The stuffing inside should be made with cooked chana dal, jaggery, and ghee. So what happens is mixture is flavored with nutmeg powder, fennel powder, cardamom powder, which enhances the taste of puran poli. And you can even add coconut in this mixture. Gives you some do it in Konkan region. So that is there. So what happens? So you got the idea how it happens. So puran poli is a bread which is made from your whole wheat flour, and then you do a stuffing inside of cooked chana dal, roasted in ghee. Then you add jaggery to that, and then you add all different types of uh, whole spice powder to that. So that is there. Yes. Any more questions? Okay, guys. See you tomorrow. Be safe. Be at home. We'll keep touching up the things. Okay. See you for now. Bye.